Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Alaula Galuh Mehak from Group 2 of TPP. And today, me and my friends want to present our discussion with the title How Pathogen Attack Plants. First, let me introduce our members. Muhammad Arkanuddin Hanif with NIM 80, Sena Aji Prasetya with NIM 90, Agil Kurnia Dewanto with NIM 94, Alola Galuh Mehak with NIM 116, Nadia Oktakusumasari with NIM 125, Agustina Divasania with NIM 129, and the last one, Romandon Wahyu Prasetyo with NIM 130. Next. How pathogen attack plants? Pathogen attack plants because during their evolutionary development, they have acquired the ability to live off the substance manufactured by the host plants, and some of the pathogens depend on this substance for survival. Many substances are contained in the protoplast of the plant cells, and if pathogens are to gain access to them, they must first one, penetrate the outer barriers formed by the cuticle or cell walls. Even after the outer cell wall has been penetrated, further invasion of the plant by the pathogen necessitates the penetration of more cell walls. As the second point said, penetrate the next cell walls. Furthermore, the plant cell contents are not always found in form immediately utilizable by the pathogen and must be broken down to units that the pathogen can absorb and assimilate. As the third point said, convert substance in plants into easily absorbed and assimilated from pathogen. Moreover, the plant reacting to the presence and activities of the pathogen produces structures and chemical substances that interfere with the advance for the existence of pathogen. If the pathogen is to survive and to continue living of the plant, it must be able to overcome such obstacles. As the last point said, overcome plant reaction barriers against pathogenic activity. Next. Pathogen attack plants with two ways. The first, mechanical forces exerted by pathogen on host tissues. Plant pathogens are generally tiny microorganisms that cannot apply a voluntary force to a plant surface. Only some fungi, parasitic hanger plants, and nematodes appear to apply mechanical pressure to the plant surface they are about to penetrate. First, fungi and parasitic hanger plants to penetrate a plant surface, they must generally first adhere to it. And the second one, nematodes penetrate plant surface by means of the stylet, which is stretched back and forth and exerts mechanical pressure on the cell wall. Once a fungus or nematode has entered a cell, it generally secretes increased amounts of enzyme that presumably soften or dissolve the opposite cell wall and make its penetration easier. Mechanical force, however, probably is brought to bear in most such penetration, although to a lesser extent. Next. And the second one, chemical weapons of pathogens. The main group of substances secreted by pathogens in plants that seems to be involved in production of disease, either directly or indirectly, are enzymes, toxins, growth regulators, and polysaccharides, or plugging substances. These substances vary greatly as to their importance in pathogenicity, and their relative importance may be different from one disease to another. In general, plant pathogen enzymes disintegrate the structural components of host cells, break down inner food substance in the cell, or affect components of its membranes and the protoplast directly, thereby interfering with its functioning systems. Next.
Next, development of plant disease. The process that disease develops in plants is that of changing plant and the change in the life of pathogen throughout plant's growth. Next. The stage of the disease development process in the plant. First, inoculation. Inoculation is the process of contact between a pathogen and a host plant. Second, repenetration. Repenetration is the process before the pathogen and the plant disease is to germinate the spores and to form a germination tube. Third, penetration. Penetration is the process of entering pathogens or pathogenic body part into the plant's body. Fifth, for infection. Infection is the process of pathogen in contact with vulnerable cell or tissues of plant and taking nutrients from the cell or tissues causing disease. Fifth, incubation in period. Incubation period is the time between infection in plant and the onset of disease symptom. Six, infection. Infection is the process of growth and development of pathogen after infection. Seven, reproduction. Reproduction is the process of forming the reproductive structure of the pathogen in the host plant. Eight, transmission and spread of the pathogen. Transmission is the transfer of pathogen or inoculum between leaf or between plants. And then the spread is the movement of pathogen or inoculum from its source to other place.
The next one is inoculation. Bacterial cultivation or inoculation is the work of moving bacteria from old medium to the new medium. This job requires accuracy in a sterile state, both of the equipment and the room used for the inoculation bacteria in the laboratory. This sterile condition is intended to prevent contamination is the entry of unwanted microorganisms. The second one is pre-penetration. Fungal pre-penetration occurs when the spores or conidia or other dyspherical organ that reach the plant surface germinate to form sporting reeds. Bacterial and viral scavenging organ may undergo different process, but at least they become more active when they reach the plant surface. Penetration occurs when the pre-penetrating organ penetrates the surface tissue of the plant, either only sporting reeds or together with the skirting organ as a whole, either directly by making their own entrance or directly by utilizing exciting entrance such as natural holes.
Pathogen penetration. Penetration is the process of entering a pathogen or part of the pathogen into the cells, tissues, or body of the host plant. Pathogen penetrates from the plant surface into the cells, tissues, or body of the host plant in four ways, namely, directly through the surface of the plant body, through natural hosts, through wounds, and through intermediaries, or carries vectors. Bacteria usually penetrate through wounds or are entered by certain intermediaries, and very few enter through natural holes on the plant surface. Virus and microplasma can penetrate through wounds or be introduced by intermediaries or vectors. Bacteria, virus, and microplasma never penetrate directly.
Next is penetration of fungi. Penetration is the process of the entering pathogen of the part of pathogen into the cells, tissue, or body of the host plant. Pathogen penetrate from the surface of the plant into the cells, tissue, body of the host plant through the four kinds of ways. First, directly penetration the surface of the plant body. Two, through natural holes. Third, through wounds, and fourth, through intermediaries carries vector. Most parasitic fungi penetrate plant tissue directly. The germinate fungal spore will form sporing reds that can be used for penetration, either directly through the surface of the natural holes and wounds. Bacteria usually penetrate raw wound or input the certain intermediaries and very few enter the raw holes on the plant surface. Virus and microplasma can penetrate raw wounds or entry by intermediaries or vector. Bacteria and virus and mycoplasma never penetrate directly. Next. Invasion of fungi. Invasion is the process of intercellular network attack. Bacteria, mycoplasma, virus, and the nematodes infect new tissue in the plant body by producing offspring pathogenic individuals in affected tissue. the offspring of the pathogen will then be passively moved into other tissue cell, though Plasmodesmata for virus, Phloem for virus, and Mycoplasma, xylem for some types of bacteria, or can also move actively by swimming in the layer of water, such as nematodes and some types of motile bacteria having motion device.
One is infection. Infection occurs when a pathogen successfully enters a plant and grows, reproduces, and spreads within the plant. Pathogens enter a host through natural openings, wounds on plant surfaces, or by penetrating directly into the plant. Insect vectors may acquire pathogens from diseased plant tissue as they feed and then introduce the pathogen into the healthy plant tissue as they feed on, the healthy plant. And colonization is growth and reproduction of pathogens. Individual fungi or any other abiotic pathogens generally attack tissue by growing from the one starting point of the inoculation. Good infection requires relationship formation parasite between pathogen and its host. Next.
And the last is disease transmission. Disease transmission is the transfer of pathogen between leaf or between plant. Disease transmission in plant is initiated by the entry of a pathogen called the inoculum. Inoculum is part of the pathogen or the pathogen itself that can cause disease in plant. Then the pathogen reproduce and develop until the action and reaction between the pathogen and the host take place. After that, there is a pathological state and physiological reaction of the plant to the activity of the pathogen or the change shown by the plant itself as a result of the attack that caused the disease called symptom. Then the plant is said to be sick, which is a condition where the plant cannot perform its physiological function normally.
I think that's all that we can share. For all us, we said sorry. Thank you for watching to the end. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.